Hey there, today we are going to make a super easy, very hearty roasted vegetable bisque. You can find the entire recipe at bitesofwellness.com. And the fun part of this recipe is that you can use whatever vegetables that you have on hand. We're essentially going to roast some veggies, blend them up, and then add a little bit of dairy-free cream cheese at the end to make it smooth and silky without any added dairy. So today, the version of this that I'm going to make has some zucchini squash, a parsnip, some yellow squash, some sweet potatoes, and an onion. However, I'm going to give you my favorite time-saving tip, and that is to use frozen vegetables. So personally, I really like, there's a Mediterranean blend that is at Whole Foods, but it's got the same thing, squash and carrots and onions already in there. And then I add with that a roasted or a root vegetable blend, which has like sweet potatoes, carrots, and some parsnips and things like that in it. So essentially, all of the chopping has already been done with you, and since we're going to roast this and turn it into a soup, it doesn't matter if the vegetables get a little watery or not. So if you don't have options like this, or if you just have a bunch of veggies in your refrigerator that needs some love and attention, this soup is the perfect solution. Again, with the vegetables that I chose today, there's going to be a couple that I need to peel and some that I don't. You want to cut up your vegetables in about bite-sized pieces. Just thinking about when you roast them, they're all going to roast together. You don't want some to be burning and some to be overdone. And you want to make sure that you're getting the peels off of anything that you wouldn't normally want to eat the peel with. So my parsnip I'm going to peel, my sweet potatoes I'll peel, and then I'll take the skin off the onion as well. And then everything, once it's chopped, we'll go on a baking sheet and we'll bake it in the oven. Once the veggies are all chopped up, you want to put them in a preheated 450-degree oven so that they can roast for about 30 minutes. I like to personally give them a little sprinkle with salt as well, just to make sure everything turns out super delicious. And so these are going to go in the oven for 30 minutes at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so we have the vegetables all roasted up. I've let them cool off slightly just so I could touch them. You could still do this hot. Just be careful anytime you're putting anything hot into your blender that it can expand, so really be careful with that. What I'm going to do is put in all of our veggies. So we have about 8 cups of roasted veggies. I'm going to add those into the blender. And then from there, you want to add 4 cups of vegetable stock. So that's actually just 1 full container of vegetable stock. If you make your own at home, you need 4 cups. Add that in. And then you want to season this up. So to season this today, we're going to use a teaspoon of garlic powder. We're going to go really simple with this. A teaspoon of dried chives. If you don't have these, you could use onion powder as well. I just really like the chives. Goes along with the chive cream cheese that we're going to use. We've got about a teaspoon of salt. Remember that those veggies don't really have a lot of salt on them, so really make sure that you're salting them. And then we're going to do 2 full tablespoons of the Kite Hill cream cheese, the chive cream cheese. If you don't have a dairy allergy, you can't find this, you could always use regular cream cheese as well, and just add more chives. So 2 tablespoons of that. All right, and then we're going to blend it up. So this is the easiest, quickest way to make soup. Just going to blend this up. Okay, once everything is all blended up, we're just going to pour it into whatever serving dish you have. You guys can see how thick this is, and the reason this is so thick is because we use a little bit of sweet potato and some parsnip in here, but the second part is to use that cream cheese, the Kite Hill cream cheese. It's an almond milk based cream cheese, and it adds that little bit of extra like lusciousness to this. And again, if you don't have a dairy allergy, you could also use regular cream cheese as well. But you guys can see, heated up, you can add another scoop of this and serve this as the perfect lunch or dinner. You can find this recipe and lots of other healthy recipes at bitesofwellness.com.